improve our mindset by watching our own breath. So too we watch our own body, watch our own mind, watch our emotions, learning about what's going on the inside, studying our inside world for 90 minutes instead of the outside world. It all starts with the breath, flowing in and out. As we become more aware, more conscious of our physical self, starting to sit up a little bit straighter, feeling the crown extending towards the ceiling. Let's take an inhalation and lift the arms up high overhead. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. So just softening here, allowing the spine to round as the forehead drifts towards the floor. Feeling that elongation of the spine. And with an exhalation, we can walk the hands over towards the left. Feeling that length along the right side of the body. Breathing into the right side of the body, creating that length. Also conscious of the compression along the left side of the body, and how that feels. Take a breath in, and let out a bit of a sigh, going that little bit deeper. And as we inhale, we'll come back through to the center. And as we exhale, we can go over now the right knee. Letting go, sinking down, breath by breath. Feeling that length along the left side of the body, from hip all the way up to fingertips on that left side. And another deep breath in. And a big sigh. Even deeper. And as we inhale, we'll come back through the center. And exhale, sigh even deeper in the middle. And as we inhale, the arms can lift up high overhead as we sit back up. And exhale, bring the arms down. We'll do a couple arm raises aligning with the breath. So inhale, lifting, expanding in the chest. And exhale, arms coming back down, allowing the breath to leave as we compress as the chest lowers. Inhale, reaching high through the shoulders. Exhale, back down. Feeling that length in the arms as they move. Inhale. Stretching to the ceiling. Exhale. All the way back down. A few more rounds. In. And out. In Inhale. And exhale. And let's slide the legs out in front. And now we can do another forward fold, this time with the legs straight out. So coming forward into that. You can reach out, grab and hold the toes. If the hamstrings are a bit tight, you can have the hands on the shins, or you can bend the knees a little and still hold the toes. Whatever feels right for you. It's not about how far you can go, but how aware and conscious you can become of your own body and where you are. Forging our way along that path. So here we still have that length through the spine, but also that length through the hamstrings as well. And then we'll slowly sit back up. We'll separate the feet. Interlace the fingers and come into our turn in the middle. So exhale, leaning forward towards the left foot and through the middle. And then inhale as we lean back along the right. So we're leaning way back, engaging the core. Exhale, leaning forward to the left. Inhale as you come back, creating space in the belly. Exhale forward, squeezing out all the breath. Drawing circles with the hands. Chapi Chalanasana. Really good core workout here, so connecting with that. Still getting that length in the hamstrings as well as we lean forward to each side. Couple more. Waking up now. And as we finish this round, as we come forward, we'll pause. And we're halfway there, reverse. Inhaling back to the left. Exhaling forward to the right. Noticing how it feels different. Similarities and the differences. Couple more. All right, finishing this last round. As we come back, let's lay all the way down. Totally letting go for a moment. Letting go takes practice as well, just as much as engagement does. We'll pull the knees in towards the chest, give ourselves a hug. You can hold onto the knees, the opposite hand, wrist, or maybe even elbow. And gently, you can rock from side to side if you like. A bit of a massage for the spine. Okay, coming back to center. And then we can roll forward and back along the length of the spine. Feeling that space that it helps to create between the vertebrae as we roll along that length. Maybe you come all the way up seated, just tip back down, or maybe you come to a shoulder stand, tip back down. We'll keep on going. And this time we'll come all the way up. Separate the feet again, reach the arms out. And this time we'll do our dynamic spinal twist. Yeah, so arms reach up to the left and to the right, and exhale, twist into the left, moving back over that left hand. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right, moving back over that right hand, arms stay parallel to the floor. Inhale, center, exhale, left, squeezing out every drop of air. Inhale, filling back up to center, exhale, opposite side. A few more times. Feel like you're being lifted to the ceiling by the crown of your head. Really using the breath. Arms get lighter and lighter with each round. Warming up the spine. Alright, we'll go one more on each side. Okay, coming back through the center. Bring the feet back together. We'll place the hands down by the hips. We'll do a reverse tabletop. So rolling forward and lifting the hips up into the air, trying to get the hips really high up. When you feel like you've done that, you might just send the neck down a little bit. Maybe wind up looking gently backwards. Keep pushing those hips up. Steady, strong breath. Spread the fingers wide. And then we can flow through that by exhale, swinging back down, bringing the bum in between the hands. See if you can keep the feet bum floating. And then inhale, roll back up again. And exhale, back down. Straighten the legs maybe. Inhale, roll back up. Lift the hips really high. Exhale, back down. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale. In, rolling forward and up. Exhale, back down. All the way back. In. Exhale, last round. Inhale up. Exhale down. Drop the bum and swing the knees around underneath. Coming to our tabletop posture, I'll just let in a little bit more light here. So we want to spread the fingers wide on the mat. Go. So the wrists are underneath the shoulders, the knees are underneath the hips, and we're just feeling nice in that home there, connecting to the earth, and we're going to do some freestyle movement for a moment. So just allowing yourself to play with that, moving around, left to right, forward, back. Movement through the spine, maybe a bit of that cat-cow sort of vibe in there, but just mix all the pieces together within a safe feeling exploration. We can also take this time to connect to our Ujjayi breath. So if you're not so familiar with it, it's basically a raspy sound that we create in our throat. And it is in the throat, not the nose. You could make a raspy sound from your nose, but we're aiming to do it from the throat here. So it's just a slight restriction in the throat, making a bit of a sound that your neighbor might be able to hear. And that helps to lock the energy in our body rather than our mind and give us a stronger practice. Ujjayi means victorious. Also helps us to just keep our awareness on the breath, which is easy to forget. Each time you remember is a success. Whenever you remember to come back to the breath, winning. Okay, bring it slowly back through the center. We can sit down on the tail, coming down into Vinyasa, child's pose. Forehead rests down on the floor, just taking a couple breaths there. This is a resting posture. You're welcome to come into this posture anytime that you want to rest. But if you are feeling knackered, remember also to come back to your breath, as it's our primary source of energy through the class, because we're not allowed any food or drink. Well, we're allowed water. Breathing is. Yeah. Okay, we can do a couple child's pose push-ups. Inhale, lifting back up to tabletop. And then exhale, lower yourself down onto your belly. With control, inhale, lift it back up, right all the way through to tabletop. And then exhale, sit back down, thumb onto heels. Inhale, elevate, tabletop. Exhale, lower the belly down, chest down onto the mat. Inhale, lift it all back up, tabletop. Good, exhale, back down. We'll keep flowing through that. I'm going to be quiet for a moment. Let's all vibe together. Inhale. And breathe together. Good. And in this way, we all become one. Few more rounds. Alright, that'll be sweet. We'll come down onto our belly. Lift ourselves up into Bhujangasana. So hands are under the shoulders, but we're not pushing into the hands so much as we are lifting with our core muscles. So looking up high. The secret to this is the higher you look, the higher you'll go. Look way up towards the ceiling, and your body will lift you up accordingly within a safe range of movement for your spine. When things aren't looking up, sometimes we just need to look up instead of looking down all the time. We always look where always go where we're looking. That's particularly true in yoga. We always have a drishti, a point of focus for the eyes. But likewise, it's a metaphor for life. Good, one more deep breath in. And exhale, release, drop the left cheek down onto the mat. Once again, focusing on release, full release, let it all go, melting into the mat. Okay, we'll lift back up. Let's come up onto our forearms. We can do a forearm plank, so curl the toes under and lift the bum up. So, lifting up like that. There we go, just chilling, having a very nice time. Yep, that's what we're doing. So keeping the bum elevated, if it's poking up, if it's dropping down, trying to be aware of that. Okay, let's have a break by lifting all the way up onto our hands, full plank. There we go, that's better. Having a nice rest here. Steady, strong breath. Our energy comes from the breath. Now, change my mind, let's go back to our forearm plank. Go back down again. Holding it there, a couple more breaths. Doing very well. Now we'll go back up, there we go, back up to our full plank. That's the one. Yeah, nice. 99% sure. Now we'll leave it at that. We'll roll up to our downward dog now. So pushing into the hands, coming all the way up to our downward dog, up to our down. So settling into this posture, our other resting posture. Spreading the fingers wide on the floor to protect the wrists. Gentle bend in the elbows can engage the muscles more than the joints. Tucking the chin towards the chest will help flatten the spine, and a straight spine is our primary goal. Feeling the tailbone pushing up towards the top rear corner of the room. You can bend in the knees a little or a lot, and even just have a play with that to notice how that affects your spine position. Finding that nice flat back, just becoming aware of where you are. There's no real rules here. just to learn more about our own body. Only you can do that through exploration. Sweet. Okay. So we'll have a look at our upward dog in this next little flow, which is another thing we need to just talk about. So with an inhalation, we'll roll back to that high plank. And then exhalation, lowering ourselves down slowly towards the floor. Slower, 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 slower. When we get just above the floor, stop. But this time we'll go all the way down. That's fine. So we're going to lift up again, our Bhujangasana, yeah? And this time we're going to push into the hands and the tops of the feet. The knees and the hips are going to come up, and we're going to come up to our upward dog. So notice that I'm not dropping my hips towards the floor, although I could, and wake up potentially with a sore spine. I'm using that same shape. So come down one more time. As much as I'm able to lift myself with my eyes is how much my spine wants to do this. So we keep that same shape and lift ourselves up. We're just changing the angle. Boom. Okay? And then from there we'll roll back over the toes, coming into our downward dog. Whenever we go from upward to downward dog, the feet step towards the hands just a little bit to give us the right spacing in a nice sort of shape there. And that's a vinyasa. So we'll flow through that again. And this time we'll try not to touch the floor if you want to. So inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Just before you get to the floor, roll over your toes to upward. And exhale, roll back to downward. So there we go. We'll do that again. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, roll forward over the toes. Exhale, roll back. Dozen more times will be fine. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale high plank, exhale lower, inhale up, exhale back. Let's do it silently, that's always the goal, in my mind, because that means we're really learning how to take it home. Inhale, and beautiful, let's go through again. Inhale. One more round, I promise. The last round's always the best one. Inhale, lift the right foot up high behind. Exhale, swing that right foot through in between the hands. You know, lift yourself up into a high lunge. Everyone say high lunge. Nobody. Fine. Okay, so here the rear heel is elevated. That's what makes it a lunge rather than warrior. And the legs, the knees always over the ankle to protect the knee. Arms lift up high. I like to imagine I'm holding the world over my head in a mixture of, ooh, this is challenging, but also, yeah, I got this. I got you, world. Don't worry. And we sink a little bit deeper into the thigh as a result of that, holding that earth over our head. So let's do the prana pumps. We'll exhale, push the arms down. Inhale, pull them up halfway. Notice I'm saying push and pull. Exhale, push them together. They don't want to go like magnets. Inhale, pull them overhead like elastics. Exhale, push them back down again. Sink a bit deeper. Good. Inhale, up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, push back down. Sink a bit deeper. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, squeeze together, interlace the fingers, inhale. Exhale, push back down. Do another round, I'm just going to turn the light on. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands together in front. Inhale, interlace the fingers, hands coming overhead. And exhale, bring them back down one more time. Fantastic. Where are we? Whatever. Let's do one more because I want to. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, squeeze together. Inhale, hands overhead and freeze. Hold the breath. And exhale, hands come down on either side of the foot. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Step that right foot, no, take that right foot all the way back and up into the air. Exhale, bring the right knee into the right elbow. Inhale, bring it right back up. Exhale again, bring it in. Inhale, back up. One more time, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. All right, take it over to the opposite elbow. Cross in under the midline. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. One more time. And up. And lastly to the forehead or nose. Not too hard. All the way up. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Inhale up. And then we can come into our peeing dog. So peeing politely there on the tree. So the foot kicks over the top of the body towards the window side of the room. And if you want to have a wild pee, a wild thing, you can drop that right foot down, lift the right hand up, and upside down we go, looking towards the front of the room, upside down. We'll all be there. If it's not right for you, then just continue peeing on the tree as well. Sometimes you gotta go. I've never seen you like this before. Okay. And dropping the hand down, lifting the foot way back up high, and we'll drop it back down on the floor. Sweet. All right. Let's come forward onto the hands. Do one more saki thing, and back to our high plank. We'll take the right hand into the middle and roll onto the side and lift up. So our side plank. Once we've done it, it's an awesome thing. Okay, so you might want to drop the lower knee down for a bit of extra support. That's fine if you want to do that. You can separate the feet for enhanced balance, stack them for a bit of a challenge, or elevate the top foot for a lot of challenge. Cool, and exhale, bring it all back down, and we'll swap over to the opposite side. I'm just turning around and keep an eye on it. So we're lifting up here. Once again, drop that bottom knee if that's better for you. That's a fine thing to do. We're here to listen to our body, not abuse it. Otherwise, separating, stacking, or elevating that top foot. Steady, strong breath. 1 minute left. And time flies when you're having fun. Exhale all the way back down. Pop it back up into dog. Lifting up the left foot high behind. And exhale, left foot swings through in between the hands. Coming into that high lunge once again on the opposite side. So again, the rear heel's elevated, and all over it, the knees over the ankle, that's health and safety. Hands reach up high, feeling strong, sinking into that thigh. When we have sensations in large muscle groups, that's generally why we're here. I mean, you need to be listening and respecting, but that's generally a safe thing to explore. When you have pain in joints and stuff, then that's normally not a good thing, so back off. So large muscles, yeah, okay, explore a bit. Joints, back off a bit. Find that part that works best for you. We'll do the breath of fire, hand high fives on this side, so get the hands out to the side. Bend the elbows a bit, and with each exhalation, we're going to push the hands out like we're giving a high five. Don't think about breathing in at all, it'll just happen. So here we go. And then go forward. And then down. And then up. Lift up high. And bring the hands back down inside. Feet, foot. And yeah, we'll take that rear foot back. One more time into downward dog. Doing very well. Feel we're climbing a mountain. And we're all gonna climb a mountain climber here. So with each exhalation, bringing the knee in towards the chest alternately. So exhale, left knee towards the chest, then right. And just go for it in your own rhythm. So. Few more. Okay, great. We've arrived. And then we'll slowly walk our feet forward to bring them in between our hands to Uttanasana. Nice bit of relief. So forward fold here, we're just hanging all the way down, letting everything go. Chest drops towards the thighs. The goal is really to get the chest on the thighs rather than having straight legs. That doesn't matter. So bend the knees, let the upper body just hang out. Hang down. Reach the hands around, hold on to the heels or the calves. And that will help to pull the shoulder blades apart a little bit more, helping us to relax in the neck. I want you to imagine that I'm going to come by and gently first feel the crown of your head pointing straight towards the floor as it would, because you're not using any muscular effort. And that's exactly what gravity wants your head to do when it's dangling like that. And now I'm going to come by and give your head a gentle push clockwise, and it's going to start to swing due to that initial inertia, and then eventually stop like a pendulum. So 1, 2, 3, I give your head a bit of a push, and you allow your head to just swing around that central point, just dangling. We're proving to ourselves we're not holding any tension in our neck. And eventually it comes to a stop, as all pendulums do, and I give it a gentle push, counterclockwise. And you allow your head to just gently go around and around that way. Each cycle becoming smaller and smaller till it comes to a stop. Cool, and then we bring our hands around in front, hold on to the opposite elbow. We do the same thing here in our ragdoll position, except now it's the entire torso that's going to be free to do first the clockwise rotation, so I give you a bit of a nudge, and around you go clockwise, just allowing yourself to swing like that, feeling that, that freedom along the entire spine, all the way up to the tailbone, as you swing that out and come to a stop. And then a gentle nudge, counterclockwise once again. Just allowing yourself to swing out that momentum, that initial momentum. Coming to a stop. And then with an inhalation, we're going to unroll the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Tickety, 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 tick, 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 all the way up. Hands lift up high, palms come together. Exhale. Hands come down in front of the chest. Let's do a couple sideways ones. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, we lean to the left. Feeling that length all the way along the right side of the body. It's like a standing banana asana here. Inhale up. And exhale down to the right. Comparing the two sides, how does it feel? Where's the tension? Can you let it go? Inhale back up. We'll do a couple quick ones with the breath. So exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale to move. Oh, gotcha! Exhale with the hands down. That's another exhale. If you can exhale twice in a row, you win. Temporarily. No, don't do that. You might run out. Okay, so feet are at the front of our mat, so because we're going to need some space behind us as we go through some sun salutations. Sun is gone. So we're going to say goodbye, sun, through our sunshine, sun salutation time. Big toes are together, heels are slightly apart. Feel our feet really grounded into the earth beneath us. I know we're not directly on the earth, but the earth is still down there. We're connected, and the wood is made of earth, and so is the rubber, essentially, of our mats. Lift your toes up, spread them wide, and then lower them back down on the floor. And a couple times we're going to drop some water. We're going to be old school water pumps. We're going to drop water from the earth with our hands, and push it up the crown of our head. So inhale, pulling up the handle of the pump. Exhale, pushing it back down, feeling that resistance of the old school pump. Inhale, pulling up. Exhale, pushing that water up the crown of the head. A couple more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And essentially, we're filling up our own bucket full of psychedness as we get more and more full of energy and excitement to go through our sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale down, and let's do it. Inhale, hands up, gentle backward bend, Sri Namaskar. Exhale, forward fold, all the way down. Gentle bend in the knees, curve in the spine. Inhale, flatten the back. Looking a couple meters in front. Fingers can be on the shins, or maybe still down on the floor, however you're feeling. Exhale, hands go down on the mat, and the feet can step back one at a time, or they can float back at the same time. landing in a high plank like we've done earlier, and lowering ourselves with control like we did earlier. Try not to touch the mat. Inhale, roll over the toes and look up. Exhale, roll back over the toes, down. So that's the jam. We've basically broken it down into pieces already, so it's pretty easy to put them together. Exhale, and then with the next inhalation, feet step or float forward with a flat back. So we always arrive with a flat back, and then exhale all the way down. And then inhale, unroll spine again, looming flower. Palms come together and exhale, coming back down. Okay, so we'll go through that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale, hands go down, feet step or float back. High plank and lower, same breath. Then inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. We're going to go straight away, inhale, feet forward. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, up, roll. Exhale, hands in front of the chest. Make sure your front of your mat and toes together. Let's go again. In. And out. In. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Great. Okay, we're going to do it silently now. I think you guys are all over it. Then we'll smash it a few times silently. So I'll just say inhale. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Breathe together. All the way down. Inhale forward. Great. Okay, I'll say even less. Inhale. No one's bossing you around. It becomes your own practice. Last round. As well, and yeah, so once you have them memorized, you flip them in your own pace, it'll become a lot more natural. It becomes actually a meditation as well. So it's 2 for 1: exercise, meditation, winning for sure. So we'll go through B as well, again establishing that memorization for that one. So inhale, hands come up, and this time we bend our knees, invisible chair. See if you can get all the way down in that invisible chair. Where's the damn thing? Down there somewhere. Okay. And exhale. Drop the hands down, palm lifts up. Inhale, flatten the back. The next bit's all the same, right? Exhale, hands down, feet back. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. And here's the variation. Inhale, right foot up high. Exhale, right foot between hands. Left heel plants. Yep. Inhale, hands up. Your foot's on about a 45, so it's not straight sideways. Good. We'll hold here a couple breaths just to make sure we got some nice alignment. Knees over the ankle, arms lifting high, similar to a lunge, but the rear foot's down on the floor. Shoulders are right over top of the hips. Sometimes we get excited and fall forward or side to side. Being conscious of that. Again, feeling strong. You can tear the mat apart with your legs as you push forward and back. Fully engaged. Every posture can be as hard or as easy as you need it to be on the day. Exhale, drop the hands down. Front foot goes back and then lower all the way. Inhale, roll over toes. Exhale back. Now the left side, same thing. Inhale up. Exhale through. Plant the rear heel. Inhale up. Warrior one. Knees over the ankle. Hips are gesturing towards the front of the room. Shoulders are square to the front of the room. Outer rim of the rear foot's glued to the mat. Steady, strong breath. Ujjayi breath. Exhale, hands come back to front foot goes back. Lower. Inhale, roll over the toes, upward. Exhale, back over the toes, downward. We'll come straight forward. Inhale, think forward. Yep. Flat back. Exhale, all the way up. Inhale, visible chair, hands up, lunge drops. I always forget to. Exhale, stand up, arms down to the side. Fantastic. Yeah. So we'll go through that a couple more times, and again, I'll say less instructions, and it will become part of your own practice. On to toi. Hands up, sitting down. And exhale. Inhale, flatten the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot, inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. All the way down. Maybe the full body doesn't touch the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Left foot, inhale up. Exhale. In. Exhale. Lower again until you almost touch the floor. Inhale. Exhale. And we'll come straight forward. Inhale. Exhale. Visible chair. In. Exhale. Cool. Maybe have a drink of water if you want, but we'll do a couple more rounds. So traditionally you would take a couple of breaths in the downward dog, which is fine to do, and we do that sometimes, and you can certainly do that in your own space. When we try to link it together as a flow that we can do silently, I find it confusing for us to pause for 5 breaths, because we all breathe at different rates of that thing. So bearing that in mind, we'll have our rest when we're standing rather than in downward dog. I'm sure you won't mind. Okay, let's go through it again. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. And exhale. In. And out. In. Out. In. Out. In. You're all right. The best way to learn is to lose your spot for a moment, and then you'll really learn. Inhale up. Exhale. Left side. In. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. And out. Inhale forward. And out. Visible chair. And out. Cool. So another way to think of these flows is up and down as well as in and out. And generally people will remember to breathe in after they breathed out, so that's actually not that informative. So I'll also go through it with up and down, and you'll see how that's another way to help memorize it. And in your own space, when you're thinking, shit, what's next? You can think, oh, up. What would be up from here? Oh yeah, you can piece it together. So here we go. So inhale up and down. Up, down, up, down, upright, and down, up, down, up, down, left side, up, and down. Up, down, up, down, forward, up, down, up, and arms down. Cool. Okay, let's go through it again. Silently. Yeah. If you're super excited, say nothing. Okay. So yeah. Inhale. Breathe together. Exaggerate your breathing to help your neighbor. Forward. One more time. It's almost in sync with the beat, but not quite, so I was like, maybe it's only me that messes with my brain, but let's see if we can get it with the beat. 3, 4, so in and out. A bit quicker. Good. Nice. Awesome, guys. That was fast. Yeah. Did that. We did stuff. Together. Have a little bit more water if you want to have water. That's just a way of saying that I'm going to. Now what? Any ideas? Okay. Yeah. Right into it. It's good to have you here. You don't notice say rhetorical questions and expect no answers. So it's nice to keep you on my toes. Thanks. Okay. So, as Spinal suggested, we'll come into goddess posture. So, to come into that, let's come into a 5-point start first. So, feet are apart, toes are pointing slightly out, arms extend way up towards the ceiling, being the biggest, brightest star we can be. And we'll sink down, bend the knees, and allow the spine to stay relatively straight. We're just bending in the knees as we come down, sinking down into the arms, reach out to the left and to the right. And you can bring your thumbs onto your middle fingers, bringing them in our Vini Mudra, which helps to create internal awareness. That's why you see people meditating doing this. It's a mudra for internal awareness. That's meditation. Yeah. Another thing that makes internal awareness, closing your eyes. Very, very effective. And then from there, my favorite thing about a goddess, and maybe yours too, is that it's really just begging for you to dance. And so like we did in our tabletop earlier, I welcome you to explore your own range of movement. Listening to your body, finding all those secret little pockets of tension, working respectfully through them, and at the same time, having fun. Our body spends most of its time getting bossed around by brain. This is a period right now where the body is the here's another thing you can play with in this posture is the bowl of soup thing. So we can take a bowl of soup in one of our hands. It's the left hand. That's my left hand. Yep. So inhale, lifting it up overhead, and you try not to spill the soup. So you bring it all the way around and underneath me, and then it just somehow leads back into the next rotation. Especially don't spill it on your head, but okay. And then we're going to come and pass it off to the opposite hand, and away we go. Really great opening in the shoulder, right? As well as through the spine, as we adaptively find a way to make this work. Also keeping our eye on the soup. Works through the neck. Alright, pause. And reverse. This bit always trips me. Okay. And then left hand's like that. And now I can do it better. Give me another go. Give me another go. So pass it to the left hand. Make sure you go the reverse. So just go the way that you don't want to go. The other day I found something that my left hand was better at than my right hand, and my left hand was so psyched. It was like, oh, I got you! I got you! Okay, one more around there. And that'll be fine. Let's come into warrior. Let's go through wind salutation. Squeeze the wind salutation. Step the right foot over to the left. And stand up onto the. I think it's the opposite. Oh no. Right foot over the left. Damn. Oh, that's right. I should have trusted you, signs. Okay. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to the left. Damn. Is that right? Exhale to the right. Oh, yeah, that's it. Inhale up. And then exhale. Hands come down onto the hips. Inhale, jumping your back. Inhale, right back. Exhale, step the left foot right foot out to the right, arms lift up high. And then we're going to come into warrior one, facing the front of the room. And exhale, bring both hands down on the inside of that left foot. Inhale, lift the right hand up high. And exhale, bring it back down. And we use the support of our hands to pivot that foot so that it points towards the mirror. And we're going to squat down on top of that foot, of the left foot. So yeah, Skandasana. Alternately, you can brace yourself with your elbow on your hip as well. So one hand can come up to the chest, or two hands eventually up to the chest. So maybe dabble with lifting one on and off until eventually fix your eyes on the nail head, drishti. If you move your eyes, your body will follow and you tip over. Steady breath, a steady mind, a steady body. Alright, reach both of those hands over towards the right. Straighten the left leg. I'm going to pull this hang here for a moment. We'll transition to a wide-legged forward fold. We can hang down, hands maybe supporting us as we tip forward. We can even have a gentle tick-tock from side to side like a clock. Sweeping the floor with your hands. Alright, then take those hands all the way over to the right now, squatting down over that right knee.
we'll pivot so that our hands stay down on the floor. We come into warrior legs facing the rear of the room. And our hands are on the, somebody tell me what side of your foot your hands are on? Left, your hands are on the left side of your right foot, perfect. And then we're gonna lift up that left hand. Opening up, you can maybe look up towards the palm in the sky, looking towards the mirror. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lifting both hands up, coming into that warrior one. Exhale, we'll come to the goddess that we did forget on the opposite way by, but that's okay, so be down in the goddess. Yep. And inhale, 5-point star. Exhale, the foot comes over to the other foot. Yes, that's the one. Hands up to the hips. Inhaling back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. And exhale, hands down. Cool. So when I'm over there, I remember that the mirrors are the right side of the room because I have to do it opposite to mirror to do a reverse of what you guys are doing. So sometimes I write that on my feet, but I haven't remembered that. I think they're getting tattooed, but then it's quite weird to have a left on your right foot and a right on your left foot. So I'm still thinking through that. That's good. We'll turn to face the front of the room where things make more sense once again. Let's go through warrior sequence. So all three warriors. It's going to be warrior-ific. So we'll start with taking we'll go right foot back. Right foot back and we'll come into our warrior one once again. So the knees over the ankles, safety reasons, sinking down, feeling strong, arms up. We talked about all this already. Inhale, open it up to warrior two. So warrior two, we have the mirror there to look at, or you can look all the way back at your rear hand. But we want to see that arms are parallel to the floor. Sometimes I think they are when it's down there. Okay, there we go, sweet. And then look over the front hand. Middle finger is our drishti, point of focus. This comes from drawing back on a bowstring, warrior, right? Bow and arrow in the battlefield initially. So imagine how focused you would be in the battlefield with a bow and arrow in your hands. I'd say pretty body focused. Nothing else in the world would matter except that moment. Your life's on the line. That's how we feel right now. Sweet. Okay. Exhale, bring back up warrior one. Yep, we already been there, so we'll pass it on by and reach the hands forward and float the rear foot up as we come into warrior three. So letting the chest descend down towards the floor, lifting that rear leg up. You can bend in the standing leg a little bit. That'll help you get the chest down. Fix your eyes on one point. Imagine you're a superhero. Okay, inhale, lift it back up. We're going to put it all together. No shit, that's an exhale. Exhale to warrior one. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, one. Inhale, three. Exhale, one. So reach that foot way back. Sink into one. Inhale, two. Exhale, one. Inhale, three. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. Out. In and breathe together. Here we go. Exhale. Feel that warrior. And then let's have a real warrior battle here for a moment. karate style. We're gonna inhale, pull both hands back, forming a tremendous ball of energy of flight. If you remember Street Fighter, this is a Street Fighter battle. We lean back on our front leg now, and then we fire, throw our ball of fire and go, ha! Yes, yes! And then together, inhale back, and ha! Nice, louder, in. Ha! The way you win this battle is by being really loud, all of your effort. Ha! Come on, this is your chance to yell like, fuck you world, and yell. Inhale. Ha! Yes! We're alive! He's alive! I saw it in his face! Inhale, hands come up. And step the rear foot forward. We can even come to eagle. Take that right foot around, left arm underneath, squat down in eagle. Getting an omnipotent view from the skies above. Steady breath. Sinking down deeper will actually help with your balance. Fix the eyes. Inhale on one, and feet come back down to the floor. Sweet, okay, halfway there. Step in the left foot, back. What do you want? Yep, and we know that one, so inhale, warrior two. Take a few breaths here, because we haven't done it on this side yet today. Checking that the knees over top of the ankles, sinking into that thigh. Rear leg is straight, 45 on the rear foot, shoulders are over the hips. Each exhalation sinking down a little bit deeper. Feeling strong. Gazing over that middle finger on the front hand. Nothing else exists. Pure focus or meditation. Okay, and exhale, warrior one. Inhale, reach those arms forward till the rear foot magically floats off on the floor as we come down into warrior three. Arms extend out forward, chest descends towards the floor, rear foot elevates. Great, okay, exhale, reach that foot way back, sink into one. Inhale, open it up two. Exhale, one. Inhale, three. And repeat, exhale. In. Feeling that strength. Exhale. Ujjayi breath. Victorious. A few more rounds. Stronger each round. Inhale, open it up, and get a nice strong warrior posture. This is our final round. Okay, grabbing your ball of light, inhale, pull and back, straighten that front leg, bend the rear leg. Nice, much better, in. Yeah, another. Twice as loud. Yeah, you did it. One more. Yeah. Okay, you win. That's good. That's what every teacher hopes for. Right? What are we doing? Okay, inhale. Rear foot steps forward. Okay. And then we're coming to eagle by taking the left foot around the right. Sinking down, right arm under the left, all the way down. Eagle's posture. Bending in the knee. Fixing the eyes on the nail. Okay, we'll do a tree posture as well, so we'll take the left heel on top of the right heel, calf, or thigh. So the higher you come up, the more balance it requires. Don't be afraid. You can explore, and if you tip over, you put your foot down, that's fine. Any injuries or something, they'll respect that, but we don't want the foot on the knee, above or below the knee. One hand, two hands up to the chest, finding your center. Feel like there's a straight line, straight up the body, and then inhale, hands up overhead. The branches of the tree. And we'll allow ourselves to move around a little bit, pushing our own limits, trying to knock ourselves over. It's the secret. Being better at this is losing your balance, not hiding within a safe space. Perhaps another metaphor for life. Cool. Alright, I'm going to slowly lower that foot back. Oh, pull it back up. Let's do the eyes closed back. So close one eye. Find your center so that you're not waving your arms anymore. Close one eye. And then close the other eye. Even if it's only half a second, that's fantastic. And then as you're ready, lowering that foot back down. And roll out that standing ankle for a moment. And then we'll do the same on the opposite side. So placing the right heel on the left heel, calf, or thigh. Maybe it's a different choice to what you chose on the other side, depending on any strengths or weaknesses in either side that you're aware of. One hand up to the chest, two hands up to the chest. Hands overhead. First of all, finding your center, and then pushing your limits. Eyes are fixed on a nail head, drishti. Dance. Trees love to dance. They dance to the music of the wind. It's like those hands up high, find our center. And then close one eye. And the other eye. Remember where your nail head is. All it takes is practice. Keep coming back to it, it'll get better each time. Okay, and as you're ready, slowly lowering that foot back down. And we'll come down into our yogi squat, malasana. Feet come to the edges of the mat. Inhale, hands up high. And exhale, squatting down. This is a really great grounding posture. Helps to open our Muladhara chakra, right? Connecting to the earth, bringing us back down to the earth as we slow down our practice. Opportunity for our heart rate to slow down a bit, to close down our eyes and find our internal balance. Okay, and crow in there. It's great to practice hand balances. So our fingers spread wide, take the knees up towards the shoulders, step your feet together a little bit, and try and just lean forward and put your weight onto your upper arms from your legs. So we come up maybe onto our tippy toes. If it's new to you, then have a look. We come up on our tippy toes and then we maybe lift one foot and eventually both feet. And as always, if you tip forward, I was going to say that, but you can put a block down in front of you where your face would land. But I highly recommend not landing on your face at all, but rather the crown of your head. Which is really easy to do. You just tuck your chin chin towards your chest if you go forward, although it goes against natural instinct. So not only is the block a safety feature, although you don't necessarily need the block long term, it's actually a tool to learn to put your head down and to come back up again. And do that a few times. So that you can have that full trust in both directions, knowing that you're safe and you can find the middle. If it's new to you today, then maybe not dropping your head feels a far long way away. But that is something we can work towards. Cool, lots of fun to be had with that. It's a gateway drug to lots of hand balancing postures, so I encourage you to explore that in your own space. All of this, if you want to take it away, and work on different things in your day-to-day life. This is like piano lessons, and the teacher gives you some stuff, and then you practice, right? And maybe someone just remembering to breathe. That's the ultimate goal. Yeah, so what else? We can do a quick shoulder stand. We'll lay down on our back. So I'll demonstrate if you're not sure about shoulder stands. I don't want you getting halfway into it and looking around, because then you can, there's a lot of weight on the neck. You don't want to turn. So if you're not sure, we roll the knees in towards the chest, hands on the lower back, and pushing the feet up towards the ceiling. The closer our elbows are to each other, the more leverage we'll have on the bum, and get ourselves nice and straight. Pushing the pads of the feet up towards the ceiling. Cool. Now, shoulder stand and plow posture are two different postures with different benefits. But you are welcome if you feel the urge to explore plow as well, which means the feet will descend towards the rear of the room. Take your time when you do that. I want you to go into it really slowly. In case you get halfway and your body says no, you're able to put on the brakes and come back up. Just because you were able to do it yesterday doesn't mean it might be right for today. We're always taking time, respecting, observing, not forcing our body to be the way our mind thinks it ought to be, but allowing the body to be the way that it is, and gently growing upon that. That's some good breakdancer-like moves going on. And then whenever it feels right for you, make your way out. So if you're in plow pose, then lifting the feet back up, tucking the knees down towards the chest for everyone. And then try and bring yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Just executing that control. Hands can be on the floor to support as you slowly come down. And then I'll just ask you to prop yourself up on your elbows and look forward towards the front of the room, straight over your body. Yeah. So that's a way that you can see, which is helpful, and it also sets us up for our next posture. So we're going to take our hands and slide them underneath our bum, palms down, or you might get more than you wanted. So there we go, and then so your elbows are down on the mat like that, and then we're going to just gently lean back and allow the crown to descend towards the floor, but the chest is elevated. We're getting a gentle backward bend in the spine for this one now. So, although the crown of the head may touch the floor, the weight of your body is in your elbows, not on your head. The crown of the head might bear the weight of your head, not the body.
Fish posture. That's exactly right. Uttanasana. So you open and close your mouth like a fish. I'm not sure if you do that because it's called fish posture, but more logically it's called fish posture because you do that. And you do that because it helps to release the jaw even more in this reclined position. We're already opening in the throat and it helps us even more by moving the jaw around like a fish. Okay, that's plenty. So pushing into the elbows, straightening the neck, and allow yourself to lay down on your back flat. Turn that ceiling light off. Bend the knees and reach the arms out to the left and to the right. Simply resist. Allow the knees to drop down towards the left. And maybe slide the hips over towards the right a little bit. So this is a nice twist for the spine all the way up, and you can, knees to the left, you can gently look towards the right as well, and that will take that twist all the way up the spine. Great for the spine, great for the muscles of the torso, and even the organs inside of the torso are getting a gentle squeeze. If you think of it like wringing out a washcloth, or squeezing out all that old. When we come out of the posture, we can replenish that with new, clean energy, water. Yeah, let's take a deep breath in. And a big sigh. And we'll do that a couple times, so filling up. Letting go. And one more time, all the way in. Everything. Yeah. Inhalation, allow the knees to slowly roll back, float back up towards the ceiling. Shift the hips back to the middle, take a moment to notice how that feels physically, mentally, and emotionally. We are the observer. Just as we are not our hand, and we are not our foot, we are not our mind. These are all pieces of the puzzle, not the whole. And as you're ready, you can allow the knees to descend down towards the opposite side. And the hips can slide towards the left a little bit as the knees drop towards the right. Once again, you can look towards the left. Just letting everything go. This is the opposite of that hard work that we've done. As I say, it takes just as much practice and awareness to let go. Perhaps it takes even more because we're all highly trained and highly skilled in pushing hard and working hard for results. Our culture doesn't emphasize the development of relaxed tools so much. School is all about getting the job done. So is work. More and more science and medicine is discovering the vast importance of relaxation, particularly for our mental health. Mental health has a way of trickling down into our physical health as well. Addressing the source. With 3 big sighs in and out. 2 more filling up and out. And one more time.
let's make our way into Shavasana. My harmonium has finally returned after I took it away from the studio and forgot to bring it back for 1 month. asana, vinyasa, comes the silence. Silence of our own mind. Perhaps the real goal is when you get even a taste of it. Feels so right. Slowly wiggling our fingers and toes. Reaching our arms up overhead as you're ready, stretching the entire body from tips of fingers to tips of toes, like waking up in bed from an interesting dream. When you're ready, you can roll off onto your right hand side associated with the sun and that fire and energy of our Vinyasa practice. Take a moment to thank yourself for doing the hardest part of this class today, which you all nailed perfectly. Turning up. Gently pushing the floor away with your hands and connect your seat position with the front of the room. Keep your eyes closed. Bring your hands together in front of your chest and Anjali Mudra, balancing mudra between the left and the right, the yin and the yang. Past and future, the black and the white, the masculine and the sun, the masculine and the feminine, the sun and the moon. 3 ohms to seal the deal, as well as to use our voice and come together as a group. So, in. That's the fruition of the practice. So, yeah.